So I opened my pool today. I usually open it the first week of April. I opened it today, March 27th, 2024. And everybody always says, "Oh, Chris, you know, how do you open your pool and it's clear?" My pool's actually a little hazy, but that's because I before I close it, I shock the heck out of the pool. I add a lot of shock, and pretty much for every 5,000 gallons of water that you add about 2 gallons of shock. And then I add a 90-day algicide on the day I close it, and 2 winter pills. For my size pool, I add a bottle and a half for 25,000 gallons, and I add 2 winter pills for my in-ground. If you've got an above-ground pool, I would suggest, unless it's really big, like a 20,000 gallon above ground, add 2. If you got a 24 round, which is like around 15,000, you can just add 1. 2 is better, but I know they're expensive. And then I add my bottle and a half of 90-day algicide, a quart and a half for my size pool. I don't remember what the ratio is off the top of my head, but the bottle, whatever the bottle tells you to add, you add that amount. I may add a little bit more, but that's okay. And then, like I said, I shock the heck out of the pool, and I do that before I drain the water down. And I got a beautiful property. I got nice lawn. So when I drain the water, I drain it to the woods. I don't drain it on my lawn, and then there's no problem, because if you shock your pool, you let it run. What I do, I shock it, I add the 90-day algicide, I let it run for a couple hours, and then I drain the pool. There's a lot of chlorine in that water. You don't want to kill your grass, so don't drain it on your grass. Drain it into the woods. But that's that. So this is what my pool looks like. Because I shock it very heavy, I get a little bit of residual chlorine, pretty much used up chlorine at the bottom. It's a broken down sodium. If I'm wrong on that, please forgive me. I've only been in the pool industry for 30 years, so I may be wrong on that. But those little lines down there, going up the hopper, that's residual chlorine. It's pretty much dead sodium, if that makes any sense. But so I run my robot. The pool I'm going to brush the pool today. The pool will get cloudy. The pool will not stay crystal clear like this. The pool will cloud up because of that residual chlorine down there. That's going to get in the water. And what I do is I just keep running my automatic robot, and it will continue to push the debris up, and the skimmer will get it, and it will filter out, and pretty much the pool will be crystal clear in about, I would say, 3 days. Once I open it, it'll be beautifully clear. I do not shut the pump off for those 3 days. My personal opinion, I left a pool bag in there, that's not good. My personal opinion, if you want your pool to be as carefree as possible, crystal clear all year long, don't worry about salt generators, none of that stuff. Run your pump 24/7. I know it's crazy because the electricity is insane, but it's worth it. If you have a pool and you can afford to run your pump 24/7, it's worth it. When you shut your pump off overnight, or even 12 hours a day, 16 hours a day, like some people do, you shut it off that long, things settle, and then it takes time for when the pump kicks back on to get that stuff back up into the water for your skimmers or a skimmer to catch it and filter it out. So I don't shut the pump off. That's my personal opinion. So now today my pool's open. What do I do now? I'm not going to shock it right away. The first thing I'm going to do is bring a trusty water sample down to Pools and Q's and Spas 2 in Auburn, Massachusetts. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow morning, and I'm going to be testing my water and seeing what I need to add. I'm going to have to add alkalinity, calcium hardness. I'm most likely going to have to add cyanuric acid, which is stabilizer. I'm going to check my metal content. I know there's no metal in my water because I didn't add any water to it. I had to drain water out this year. Water's high. I'm going to be draining out some water today. I won't have to add any metal remover, so that's going to be fine. So tomorrow, what I'm most likely going to do is be adding 2 gallons of shock to my pool to open it. And today I will be adding another 2.5 bottles of 90-day algicide. I know for my pool, and I probably shouldn't say this, but if you own a pool for a while and you You know your pool every single year. You need calcium every single year. You need alkalinity. You may not know how much because it does fluctuate. You may need 10 pounds. You may need 50 pounds. You don't know until you get your water tested with a professional like Pools and Q's. However, I know I'm going to need some type of calcium and alkalinity. So I am going to add, I'm going to add a small amount. I'm going to add, for my size pool, I'm going to add about 5 pounds today of alkalinity. And I'm going to add about 10 pounds of calcium, about an hour in between. So I'm going to pretty much, what I'm going to go do right now is I'm going to go grab that scoop of 5 pounds and throw that in. And then I'm going to finish taking the cover off. I'm going to then add my 10 pounds of calcium hardness to the water. And then once the cover's all folded up, put away, then I'm going to add my 1.5 bottles of 90-day algicide. And that's that. Test the water, run the robot. The robot is the robot's acting weird right now. I just turned it on. I just threw it in. I did have it in early in March. I threw it in, then took it out. Don't be afraid if your robot is not working right away when you first put it in the pool. The reason it's very cold. The water is very, very cold, and the robot kind of needs to warm up. So I'm not concerned that the robot's not moving right now. It will start to move. If for some reason you're running your robot in your cold, brand new open pool, the water's probably, it's probably 48 to 54 degrees, something like that. I'm not an expert on that stuff, but the robot really doesn't like to run in cold temperatures, so it takes time to warm up. If it doesn't warm up, it doesn't work. Just take it out like a sunny day like today. Beautiful sunny day, even though there's some clouds. Take your robot out, let it sit out in the sun for a little bit, then throw it in. The guy will work fine. If you have any problems with your robot, feel free to bring it into Pools and Q's if it's not working, and we'll take a look at it and we'll get that going for you. But you gotta get all this debris out of the pool, because if you keep all those leaves in there, that's going to breed algae quickly. So you don't want to start your year off with algae. So that's it. I don't know, rambling away over here. Maybe someday, with my knowledge and $3, you can get a small coffee, but who knows? That's an old Dave Warner joke. Love you all.